Hi, Miss Dolores, back from Baldwin Borough Public Library to read another 2 chapters of The Bad Guys, Mission Unpluckable. So we're going to be reading chapters 5 and 6 today. So when I left off with chapter 4, Piranha was still inside the sandwich on the desk. Do you remember that? He was able to plug the USB in. Shark is up above with the rope. He's still up there. Tarantula is up there with him. And Wolf and Snake have to get through the vents and through the lasers. So let's see what happens if they can get to those chickens. Chapter 5, Mind the Gap. Wolf says, "See, Mr. Snake, this is what I'm talking about. Without Mr. Piranha, we would never have made it this far. That's what being on a team is all about. Cooperation." Snake says, yeah. That's so interesting. But where are the chickens, man? Boy, he really wants to eat those chickens, doesn't he? Wolf says, "Just up ahead, I'd say. This bit has been a lot easier than I thought. I really don't know what all the fuss was about." Oh my goodness. Look. This sign says, "Danger, 150-foot drop." Okay, so there's a gap in between these 2 steel pillars, and he can fall right down there. How do you think he's going to get to the other side? These guys. Snake says, "Geez, if I were you, I'd try not to look down." And he says, "All I can see is down." He says, "Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you stay here? I'll go and greet those chickens." Wolf says, "No, I'm slipping. I can't hold on. You have to help me." Snake says, "Really? Because that's annoying." "Annoying? If you don't help me, I'm gonna die." Are they too funny together? Snake says, "Wow, it's always me with you, isn't it?" "Oh no, I'm slipping." And then he grabs onto the end of Snake's tail. And he says, "Hey, wait a minute, that's better." And now they're both hanging from the top of the steel beam. And Snake says, "Better? How is this better?" Look how they're hanging. How are they going to get out of that? Snake says, "You need to go on a diet, man. You really do." Wolf says, "Now let's think. What do? We're trapped. It's not just me that's trapped, and it's not just you that's trapped. It's us that's trapped. We're trapped as a team. So we need to get out of this as a team." "I've got it," said Wolf. "Now, whatever you do, little buddy, don't let go." And he starts swinging the snake around. What do you think he's going to do? See how he's swinging him? Alley-oop! Ha! Thunk! Boom! And the snake hits his head on the pillar. And Wolf says, "See what I tell you? Isn't teamwork just great?" Look how he hits his head. But they got up to the top of the other side. So he twirled them around and he kind of threw them and hung on to them, and they were able to go over to the other side. Now we're on to chapter 6. It's called Let's Start Over. So now we're back to Piranha being in the sandwich. And he says, "That's not good," as he sees the gorilla eating his sandwich. Shark has the, remember how they all have microphones? And Shark says, "Piranha, can you hear me?" And he says, "Mr. Shark, is that you? I'm about to be a monkey's lunch here, man." And Shark says, "You sit tight, Mr. P. I'm coming to get you." And then the tarantula climbs on Mr. Shark's head. You know how he hates that. And he says, "Can I help, big fella?" Oh no, Shark's gonna freak out again. He hates the tarantula. He's so scared of him. Shark says, "Ah! Please don't. I can't breathe. Please, please don't really come near me. I can't breathe. Tarantula says, hey, what's your problem, dude? He says, really scared of spiders. He says, really? And why is that? It's okay. You can tell me. And Shark says, okay, well, you're freaky to look at because you have too many eyes and too many legs, and I'm so creeped out by you that I might throw up. Oh my gosh, he's so dramatic, isn't he? But I'm sorry if that sounded rude. Tarantula says, it's okay. Shark says, no, really, I feel terrible saying that. You must think I'm awful. Tarantula says, no, that's okay. You seem like a nice guy, but can I ask you one little thing? Shark says, yes, of course. Tarantula says, well, since I can't help being a tarantula in the same way that you can't help being a massive, terrifying sea monster, I wonder if you could just get over it, and then maybe I could help rescue your friend. Shark says, okay. All right, so Shark thinks Tarantula is terrifying, but then Tarantula tells Shark, well, you know, to other people, you might be terrifying too. Tarantula says, so I'm sorry. That was kind of really uncool. Shark says, no, it's okay. It's really good advice. And he says, well, how are we going to rescue that piranha? I've heard you're pretty good at disguises. Is that right? Remember in the last book, he dressed up as a girl when they were going to into the dog pound to rescue the dogs? And Shark says, I have my moments. Tarantula says, okay, well, I'm really good at making stuff. So why don't we work together? Shark says, okay, but what kind of disguise is going to get me inside of a chicken farm? And Tarantula says, why don't you pull the feathers out of those pillows there, Mr. Shark, and I'll tell you my idea. Oh no, feathers. What do you think he's going to dress them up as? So when we come back next time, we're going to do chapter 7 and 8. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon.